Well, my name's Justin Castro. I've been living in Jonesboro for about 9 years now. And if we're doing like a little bit about the kind of behind the songs, some of the songs I have today are new, and this one I've had for a little while. And it was actually more about when I first came here and kind of my uneasiness of coming here, to be honest, and not knowing like when to wait and when to move forward, and when something was good enough or when something wasn't. So it's in some ways it's a song about indecision and waiting, which probably is why the song's titled "Waiting." Waiting is the hardest part. Waiting is the hardest part. Waiting is the hardest part. I stay up late, dancing with the dreams of a place where I belong, where I feel at home. Well, playing it safe, it's never been your suit. It's a mistake, trying to force things to fit instead of moving on when your home is not your home. It's the fear of what you could lose. That's the fear that will make you lose. Will make you lose every time. Every time. There'll come a day, just you watch and see by the waves where the river hits the sea, where I belong, where I feel at home. It's the fear of what you could lose. That's the fear that will make you lose, will make you lose every time, every time. Waiting hardest part. Waiting is the hardest. Thank you very much.
That's great. It's a great song, Justin.
Thank you.
Good start.
Right.
I got a song called Waiting, too. It goes nothing like that.
I heard Tom Petty wrote one, but I don't know.
I think Green Day has one, too.
Nobody likes to wait. That's the theme.
Looks like I need to write a song called Waiting.
Patience is a virtue.
That's probably what I should have learned.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for coming out, and thank you to the FOA for hosting this. It's really good to be here. My name is Aaron Headley, and I'm going to do a few songs for y'all tonight. This first one is, this one's inspired by someone really special in my life, and just kind of his way of life and what he instilled into his family, his grandkids, and his kids. And anyways, this is it's called The Lesson. He thought good night almighty. He raised up his rifle and fired a 30-aught 6 round into an 8-point that day. He loaded up that whitetail to the bed of his pickup and hauled it down to the river where he hung it on display. He called out to the boys, "Come and let me learn you a lesson. And Jimmy, you hold the light, and John, do as I say." He unfolded his old timer, and he went to dressing. He was fast and efficient, and these words he did say. Boys, listen carefully as I tell you the answer to the question you'll have as you age to a man. You'll find yourself wondering, ask the Lord to guide your hand, and you can always find peace if you live off of this land. A few decades later, that old man was dying. 2 men were crying when they saw him that way. They gathered up the family and prayed him to heaven. And John recalled the lesson. Jimmy smiled just the same. He said, "Boys, listen carefully as I tell you the answer to the question you'll have as you age to a man. You'll find yourself wondering, ask the Lord to guide your hand, and you can always find peace if you live off of this land. We live and we die, find peace in this land. We're born here and we'll die here. Take care of this land." Thank you.
All right, well done, Aaron. That was awesome. Good song. My name's Lucas Tyler. Appreciate the forum having me out tonight to sing some songs to you. These are all original songs. Everyone up here on the stage, this is the original series, so these songs are all original. So if you like them, perhaps you can find some of us. I know Aaron's got some songs on Spotify. I do as well. Justin,
You're gonna have to dig deep.
you're gonna have to dig real deep to find Justin, but I bet if you find him on
They're out there.
Facebook, you can find a few.
I mean, if you're serious
But
about it.
I do appreciate this opportunity, and this is a lot of fun to share these songs that we've all written. So it's going to be hard to follow those two, but I'll give it a shot. This first song, I actually wrote this song many, many years ago. Not really sure what inspired it necessarily, other than just I wanted to write a song. And so this song is called A Woman's Touch, and if you listen to the words, you'll probably get what it's all about. Probably need some volume. Boy, you look like you got something on your mind. Have a seat, let's talk while we've got the time. Tell me your problems and I'll tell you some of mine. Well, my advice, think twice before you cross that line. And no matter what they try to tell you, you can never know too much. And no matter how strong you think you are, you're gonna need a woman's touch. The boy looked at me with his crying eyes, said, I've been living a life full of lies. And I've wronged everyone that I've ever known. Now I fear to God I'm gonna end up alone. Well, boy, I'm here to tell you, it ain't easy staying clean. A life of honesty is a virtue, can only be achieved in your dreams. I can see the guilt is overwhelming you. I recall feeling that way a time or two. And I burned bridges that took 1,000 years to build. Well, you live and you learn in this life and then you're killed. But no matter what they try to tell you, you can never know too much. And no matter how strong you think you are, you're gonna need a woman's touch. You're gonna need a woman's touch. You're gonna need a woman's touch. Thank you.
Man, I'm loving this.
We should do this all the time.
Yeah, we should be doing this every day. So this song, actually, I wrote specifically for this event, but when it was supposed to take place months ago, and then got canceled because of weather. And as I was telling these guys earlier, it was like I put myself on a challenge. I was like, all right, I'm going to give them a title of a song I have not written. And so, like, then I just I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. I don't normally write songs that way. And so what I chose was a sand dollar because I just got done visiting my brother who lives in Central California, and there's this beach where they throw up sand dollars every tide. And so then I just kind of based it around all these different things I learned about sand dollars, but made it about impermanence and relationships, and I don't know. I don't know what came out of it. So but it's called Sand Dollar. You and I, down by the seaside, warming our hands under the moon. And you handed me a sand dollar, and you told me it was a test. Ooh. You and I, down by the seaside, warming our hands under the moon. And you handed me a sand dollar. You told me all things perfect were dead. Ooh. And don't let it break. Let it break. Let it break. The waves they break. We watch them break. Carry more sand dollars to the shore. I left your side down by the seaside. My window frozen and my plane delayed. And in my pocket, a sand dollar. I imagined it on my window ledge. Ooh. I left your side down by the seaside. I built a fire to cleanse fallen limbs, and on the ledge a sand dollar, not quite broken, but it's chipped. Ooh. Don't let it break. Let it break. Let it break. The waves they break. We watch them break. Then carry more sand dollars to the shore. Thank you. Yeah,
That's
tune up
awesome.
that bass string.
That was good. I like that.
It's a little different than anything I've ever written before.
Yeah.
It also is a little bit also because my daughter was dancing at a quinceañera and was doing a waltz.
Yeah, that's.
And then I was doing this finger picky thing,
Yeah.
and then I was like, I haven't really done a
waltz, yeah.
I was like, that actually is kind of a cool break. So I was like, we'll throw that in there.
Every time I try to write a song in 3/4 time, it ends up 4/4, and it's definitely not a waltz.
It was probably a little low, but gave it a good old
I
try.
always change it at the last minute. All right, so this next song is this is about a guy who's he's dealing with loneliness, and it's about it's a breakup, and the line from the song. So I'll go ahead and give you one of the lines. But the first line of the chorus is, "I spend my nights looking at the stars, wondering if you're looking at them too." And that line came to me years ago, and sometimes when I'm writing songs, a melody will come to my head, and then I'll flip back into a notebook and say, okay, that's where this song comes to life. And that's kind of what happened with this one. And but I guess the story behind it is, to give you a good understanding, is the guy's dealing with loneliness, and the perfect relationship of his life just ended, and it's called "Spend My Nights." Good girl, I'm sorry I gave in again. Since the last time we talked, don't go on telling all your good little friends. God knows it's not your fault. And I'm writing to say that I miss you tonight. With my head in this state, hope it comes out right. I spend my nights looking at the stars, wondering if you're looking at them too. Any given night, I'll head to the bar, watch the door, thinking you might walk through. I hear a faint whisper of my name, in the same way you used to say. I see a faint shadow in the dark. If that's you, just stay away. Good girl, I'm trying not to give in to my wicked thoughts. I've been living in many a sin. Forgetting you, it bears quite a cost. Didn't want to do it this way, but I'm losing tonight. With my head in this state, hope it comes out right. I spend my nights looking at the stars, wondering if you're looking at them too. Any given night, I'll head to the bar, watch the door, thinking you might walk through. I hear a faint whisper of my name, in the same way you used to say. I see a faint shadow in the dark, if that's you. Just stay away, stay away, stay away. You should stay away, stay away, stay away. Oh, stay away, darling, stay away. Thank you.
All right, great song, Aaron. That's one of my favorites off of his EP.
I just met you, Aaron. This is awesome.
Good to meet you too. You got good songs, man.
So ironically, we didn't plan this, but I'm about to do a song. It's in a different key, but it's the same progression. So if anybody plays music, you'll notice that. But anyway, if you don't, just enjoy. This song is called Whatever the Weather. And I guess this is about, you know, we all have those relationships that we get involved in and we think they're going to last forever. And I think that's the intent going into any relationship, or it should be anyway. But, you know, sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So then that's probably for the best as well. So here's this song. It's called Whatever the Weather. Oh, whatever the weather, I knew we'd always be together if we had love. If we had love. Well, when I first saw you on that sunny day in May, I was at a loss, not knowing what to say. But I found the courage and approached you anyway. Introduced myself and awkwardly walked away. Well, it turns out you didn't remember my name, but you hung on to my number and messaged me later on that day. We started talking, you know, things were feeling loose. The words we were speaking only served to seduce. And whatever the weather, I knew we'd always be together if we had love. We had love. And despite our past transgressions and the places we'd already been, we could have love. We could have love. We could have love. I immediately felt connected to you. Completely transparent, completely see-through. We'd laugh and we'd sing, we'd talk about our dreams. It was obvious to me, there's no place we'd rather be. And whatever the weather, I knew we'd always be together. We had love. had love. And despite all your past sins, you now had your new religion, and it was love. It was love. It was love. Yeah, you told me you'd be there through the wind and the rain. Now we're two different people on two different planes. And I'm clutching to the floor while the currents of change, they quickly rolled in and blew you away. And whatever the weather, I knew we'd always be together if we had love. If we had love. And despite all your current sins, don't you know you can still be forgiven if you have love? If you have love. If you have love. Thank you. I felt like it was forever. Like, didn't that take a long time? I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of relationships do. You know. So this song that I'm gonna play now, I mean, it's literally just me driving to the other side of the state. And so, I mean, I think in some ways it's more about the setting. You know, some songs are about like a moment or a person. I think this is just about like setting the atmosphere. And there are times, like if I do go on a long drive, sometimes I'll just leave record on a phone and like randomly like say things that I'm passing by, and like I find little snidbits in there.
That's cool.
And so this is kind of a combination of a drive and those snidbits. It's called Gone Again. There's 384 miles left in this tank. There's more pine trees out here than most people think. And I'm gone again. I'm gone again. Outside the air is cool, but the fields, they're on fire. Arkansas breezing smoke and sings out church choirs. and I'm gone again. I'm gone again. There's flags in the hands of children, they're waving in the crowd. My thoughts have been disappearing, 'cause my head's up in the clouds. My head's up in the clouds. My head's up in the clouds. Thank you.
Very cool.
It's like in chimes.
Okay, so this next song is I would label this song as kind of a pity party, you know, and it's about a guy who's in a relationship, and it's you know, it's going south, and he notices, he recognizes this, and essentially just talks about, you do your thing, I'm gonna do mine, and this is how I want to tell you, you know, and it foreshadows what is ended up as a bad relationship. But I wrote this song one night after watching the movie Blaze, which is it's a biographical movie about Blaze Foley, and you know, the movie has Blaze Foley, has Townes Van Zandt, a lot of those great folk artists from back then, and so the style of this song is kind of takes the chord progression of Townes Van Zandt a little bit, and goes on the ride of, you know, this is kind of my version, I guess, of what is something that Townes or Blaze or one of those guys could have written or would have written. I'm gonna buy 2 tickets to my own show. You're gonna sip $3 worth of your wine. You're gonna take 4 shots worth taking. And you're gonna break my heart in time. You've lost weight, I've lost all of my dignity. Together we're losing, oh my lady, that's a shame. You found hate, now that's all you give to me. And I find time to consider all the blame. That's why I'm gonna buy 2 tickets to my own show. You're gonna sip $3 worth of your wine. I'm gonna take 4 shots worth taking. You're gonna break my heart in time. I've got time, You've got all but empathy. You've taken away my desire to even think. With this time on my hands, I'll write to you. If I can force this pen to spill the ink, I'm gonna buy 2 tickets to my own show. You're gonna sip $3 worth of your wine. I'm gonna take 4 shots worth taking. You're gonna break my heart in time. Thank you. The song is called In Time.
That whistling at the end's awesome, but
I was like, I can't actually whistle, so I was like trying in the middle of that song. It's like I can only suck in and whistle. It's terrible. I was like, I need an actual professional.
Well, that's the way to do it in a microphone, because otherwise it picks up the air. You have to like find where to whistle.
Terrible whistler.
all right. Great song so far. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for
Killing
having
it. All right. This next song I'm going to do is it's kind of it's another, heartbreak breakup song, I guess, but it's kind of like trying to move on past it, and yet you find yourself kind of reliving the past and unable to kind of let go. So this song is kind of about that. And yeah, so it's called Working on Myself. I'm really bad at that. All right, here we go. It's called Working on Myself. Well, I've been working on myself. I've been trying to find the pieces of my heart you left behind. Oh, I've been working on myself. I've been trying to do anything I could think of to take my mind off of you. But your memories, they linger on. Oh, the feelings are still so strong. And I just wonder what you're doing now. And I'm dying to let go, I just don't know how. I've been working on myself, trying to save me some money, maybe find me somebody to spend it on. Yeah, I've been working on myself, trying to find some peace of mind. They say it comes in due time if I'm just patient. But her memories, they linger on. Oh, the feelings are still so strong. And I just wonder what she's doing now. And I'm dying to let go, I just don't know how. the memories, they linger on. Oh, the feelings are still so strong. And I just wonder what you're doing now. Oh, I'm dying to let go, I just don't know how. I'm dying to let go. Screwed that up a couple times, sorry about that.
That's how we know we're real and we're not robots. All right, I'm gonna give you some sound this time, I promise. Won't keep me on mute. So this song started. I'm a kind of an animal lover kind of guy, but I live in town in the West End, so there's lights in the neighborhood. And this one mockingbird just does not know that it's night, and so they'll make every like bird's noise right outside my window. And I started with just that, and then it just became kind of a song of that whole summer, and then like of friends that had left to other states and me having to go somewhere, and it just kind of came into this one montage of life of the summer of 2021. I dream of shooting out the light that assaults the bird that doesn't know it's night and tells me summer's come to town. The rocking of the ceiling fan and a mockingbird at 1 a.m. They tell me summer's come to town. But I'm still not sure I belong to you. Still not sure I belong to you. I think of a concert past Kentucky's door. There's a songwriter I still listen for. She once sent me something that she drew. I'm still not sure I belong to you. Still not sure I belong to you. Well, I hear that you're in Austin now, in classrooms and bars and crowds with waiters and dreamers, in an apartment to yourself. Well, I hear that you married June, but I'm still not sure why you decided to. You were married before. I never saw her face. Kansas City is coming soon. I'll be living with a stranger for all of June. Give June my best. Hope someday to meet her. Thank you.
Cool. Beautiful. This next song is, I call this my Stomp and Holler song. Yeah. This is the title track off the EP that I put out recently, and it's about a guy who meets a girl, and finally this girl is the one that's going to settle him down, you know.
Sometimes I don't know where to go. Other times my feet just take me there. Sometimes I don't know where to look. Oftentimes my eyes fixing a stare. If you know me, then you could say I like to roll with the wind. If you don't, then they'll tell you this is how I've always been. Maybe you and I could find the time to ride away. Maybe I'll just stay with you if that's okay. 2, 3, 4. Sometimes I don't know where to go. Other times my feet just take me there. Sometimes I don't know where to look. Oftentimes my eyes fixing a stare. If you know me, then you could say I like to roll with the wind. If you don't, then they'll tell you this is how I've always been. And honey, you're looking good, and this town is alright. So if you say the word, I'll stay the night. 2, 3, 4. It's pretty typical for me to roam. You see, I never had a place to call my own. Tonight, you stand in my way with a predicament for me not to go. You see, I was looking forward to life on the road. My heart is begging me to stay. And honey, you're looking good, and this town is alright. So if you say the word, I'll stay the night. 2, 3, 4. All right, thanks.
That was good.
Stop and holler. All right, this next song that I'm going to perform is called Whiskey on the Table. I've released this song on all streaming platforms, Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube, all that good stuff. So if you get a moment this evening on your way home, pull out your phone and look this one up for me and give it a stream. I'd appreciate it. As she turned away from me and walked towards the sun, her shadow kept getting longer. Oh, it was clear that we were done. Now it's just the shadows on the wall and the voices in my head. Yeah, the whiskey's on the table, and I sleep alone in my bed. Well, I remember lying awake at night, just watching you sleeping, hoping to catch me a glimpse into whatever you were dreaming. Now it's just the shadows on the wall and the voices in my head. The whiskey's on the table, and I sleep alone in my bed. You were my everything, my world you consumed. Honey, for you I would have done anything. Oh, I'd have done anything for you. Now it's just the shadows on the wall and the voices in my head. Yeah, the whiskey's on the table, and I sleep alone in my bed. It's the shadows on the wall and the voices in my head. Yeah, the whiskey's on the table, and I sleep alone in my bed. Thank you.
All right, so we have one more in us, fellas.
I got like 30 more. Let's keep going.
Yeah,
I got to pee at some point, but other than that, we're good.
All right, I'll do a little strumming on this one.
No more finger picking?
Not too much.
Ah.
I can do it all. I've played in punk rock and hillbilly bands too. All right, so this song, what's this song? I just wrote this song, so you guys get to. This is the first time it's been played outside my house. It is about. Man, what is it about? I mean, it started actually with watching my wife Angela, who was like outside next to our window, and it was a rainy day, but it's spring, and we have a tulip tree across the street, and she made this comment: the tulip trees are beautiful, but the petals fall after the heavy rains. And I was like, that is the most gorgeous sentence I've ever heard. So I'm plagiarizing it. I guess I'm not plagiarizing it if I'm citing it here, but I kind of stole that one from it, and then kind of folded it into some experiences just being downtown, and I had a friend of mine that was really close that passed away, and so that kind of came into it. And it's kind of like the last song in a sense. It kind of encapsulates a sense of many moments all coming together, and it's called In the heart of in the heart of America, and in the window light. I guess I haven't decided on the song. Sometimes I love living in the heart of America, where music plays in the distance from downtown Jonesboro. Sometimes I love living in the heart of America, where my daughter has a stack of books that's 10 feet tall. Where you said I love the tulip trees, but the blossoms fall after the first heavy rain. Where you stood alone in the window light, and you were gorgeous, and so too was your song. Sometimes I love living in the heart of America. 'Cause somewhere there, Sammy Payne's still a friend of mine. Sometimes I love living in the heart of America, where music plays in the distance from downtown Jonesboro. Where you stood alone in the window light. You were gorgeous, and so too was your song. And I wish we weren't so far apart. But if it's okay, I'm still going to hold you tight. Ooh. Sometimes I love living in the heart of America, where music plays from the distance in downtown Jonesboro. Thank you very much.
That was awesome. I'm going to need you to record that one.
Let's get to work on it.
That was awesome.
Only if you come in the studio.
So is this our last round? All right. Well, it's been awesome to hear Justin. This is the first time I've heard Justin play, and man, what a treat being up here on stage with him. It's awesome. And Lucas, I've been a huge fan of Lucas's since I picked my guitar back up. You know, he's been a big inspiration and has kind of helped my musical journey over the last year. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for sharing this moment with me. It's been a lot of fun.
Thank you, Aaron.
This last song, this is one of the first songs I wrote after I started playing music again, and it's just kind of one that, like, the melody of the song and the tone has been in my head for a long time, and it's like I think everybody kind of has their song, you know, and this is that one that I think does that for me. And I was telling Lucas earlier, I was like, when I wrote Drown, or, you know, when I sing and when I play it, I keep waiting for someone to come up to me and be like, hey, you stole that from this song, because, like, I hear some song in my head, and ended up writing it, I guess, because I haven't found that song that it sounds just like yet. But the song's about so my perception of the song is it's a relationship that one person in the song realizes that things are going bad, and they want to get out, and they say, you know, instead of trying to save this thing, things are better if we drown. So there's some symbolism in the song of, you know, water and the boat, and, you know, just trying to keep things afloat when really instead of working on this thing, it's better if we just let it go. And someone came to me one time after hearing the song and said, that song reminds me a lot of my childhood because they were raised in a home with domestic violence, domestic problems, and they said that this relates to them. And when I wrote the song, like I had no, like that wasn't the meaning behind the song, but to hear someone come to me and say that they can relate to it in a different way, I feel like that, that feels really good as a songwriter to hear that. I guess I'll just sing.
I can feel the water rising. I can feel the boat going down. I can see it in your eyes. Things are better if we drown. All my life I've been searching. I've searched for things that I can't find, but you brought hope to my wandering. Was it only in my mind? I can feel the water rising. I can feel the boat going down. I can see it in your eyes. Things are better if we drown. Maybe next time you try to drive my anchor, keep in mind I'll find a way to get away. I can feel the water rising. I can feel the boat going down. I can see it in your eyes. Things are better if we drown. I said things are better if we drown. Thank you.
All right. Thank
Well,
you guys
thank you
so
guys.
much for coming out. I think that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, appreciate the
All right.
forum and the Foundation of the Arts, and those of you guys that came today, and those of you that will watch later.
Justin Castro, Aaron Headley,
Lucas Tyler.
and I'm Lucas Tyler. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you.